As I said, I don't care how good he is or how bad he is, I'm going to bring Sett to Masters for my first time because Sett's my main. I gotta do it.
Time to give him a show!
So, there we have it. I reached Masters with only Sett decks and it was brutal. It's not because it's a bad deck, in fact it currently has a 53% win rate in Standard right now. But what's not difficult mechanically, you have to remember, this is a Karma deck that I played straight for 64 games. Saying that I am mentally tired and unstable is an understatement. And it's worse because for the last 16 games, I played on my phone on campus while having my girlfriend's phone as a deck tracker because it was final season and I wanted to be a good boyfriend. So while she was studying and counting, I was studying the ways of the mulligan. I have proof actually. I was at this for 4 straight hours because I thought that ladder was going to reset when they brought back internals. Boy was I wrong. But anyways, here's my straight to the point Vandal Scout guide to playing Sett in Standard. And as always, I make bite-sized lore content every week, so if you like that, drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Your active support helps the YouTube algorithm and helps me create more content. But here are the timestamps. Without further ado, let's get started. The basic game plan is to survive until round 10. Play Karma, duplicate coins, and win the game. It's pretty straightforward and there's plenty of tricks that you can do to survive. Tip number 1 is if you're summoning Sett or Karma, always have protection. Like a recall or a deny. If you know your opponent doesn't have any pings, you can also summon Karma early to generate resources and surprising win cons. I call this the random bullcrap go technique. And tip number 2, you're not playing Legends of Runeterra, you're playing an inventory management simulator. You want to make sure you have enough space to draw cards and use cards effectively. And most importantly, you want to make sure you're ready for level 2 Karma. But the main skill you should master is knowing your opponent's deck. So here's my guide on the most common decks I played against. Let's begin with Nasus. If you're against Vault Nasus, it's like playing League of Legends. Do not let Susan stack.
We stand in the footprints of paths long.
Fisamir is a fairly even matchup against PNC's Sett Karma. One thing you always have to remember is that if they have a Samira, they have an all out. And try to save a deny for Powder Pandemonium, this card will absolutely destroy you. And Samira is a shoot on sight target. But in summary, you're playing a control deck into a combo aggro deck that can apply a lot of pressure early in the game, so be cautious of using health as a resource. With lurk decks, you do not stand a chance. With how slow your playstyle is, lurk decks will reach their win con first and you will always have a bad time. The only way you could win is if they had horrible luck, but that's never really the case. Jinx Samir is a direct counter to Sett Karma. This pigeon is the bane of your fun and Reborn Grenadier just takes a bite out of you every single time. Maybe you could win, but always remember, if they have a Samira, they have an all out. For deep decks, it counters Sett Karma hard, but fear not, Mr. Emotional Damage has made a great guide on how to beat deep with Sett Karma, which I'll show you now, so pause the video. This is really well written and I found it super helpful. For mirror matches, it's really easy. The slower you are, the better. Only react to spells and make sure you have protection. Whoever plays slower wins the game. And the last matchup I want to talk about is Elite Kai'Sa. This deck is really strong against Sett Karma, and I wish I could tell you more about it, but I can't because I never really experienced facing against it. No one plays elites because it's a boring deck. But now everyone is playing elites and I'm so confused on why. But that's pretty much it. I don't want to go too deep into how to play the deck because I know everyone watching is way smarter than me. So I advise you to explore and try it out yourself. The more practice you get, the better you get. Anyways, my name is Corinne, this is my Canadian apartment, and I'm the #1 Sett player in Legends of Runeterra. So, don't do illegal, don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, peace.